Hi, in this video, we will discuss 10 commonly used Excel functions. The first function we will cover is the sum function. It can be used to quickly calculate the total of a series of values in a row column. This table lists items and their prices. To find the total price of all the items, let's use the sum function. Equals sum. Select the range of cells that contain price. Then, close the bracket. Another way to sum values is by using the auto sum feature. Place the cursor at the end of the price column. Ensure that there are no blank rows in the table. Then, go to the Home tab and click on the Auto Sum button. We can also use the shortcut key Alt plus equal to auto sum. Next is the average function. It calculates the arithmetic mean of a range of numbers. To find the average price of the items in this table, we will use the average function. Equals average. Select the range of cells that contain price. Then, close the bracket. We can adjust the number of decimal places to, for example, 2. The next function we will discuss is the count function. It is used to count the number of cells within a range that contain numbers. Suppose we are interested in knowing the number of items in this table. We can quickly determine it using the number of numeric entries, that is, the price column in the dataset. Equals count. Select the range of cells that contain price. Then, close the bracket. There are 13 items in this table. Next is the COUNTA function. It is used to count the number of cells within a range that are not empty. Unlike the count function, COUNTA includes cells containing text, logical values, and error values, in addition to numbers. Example, equals, COUNTA. Select the range of cells that contain item names. Close the bracket and press Enter. Let's observe the distinction between the count and COUNTA functions. When we apply the count function on non-numeric values, like the item names, it returns 0. The count function only counts numeric values within a range of cells. However, the COUNTA function counts everything except empty cells. Next, let's dive into the if function. It's among the most widely used functions in Excel. In this example, we want to assign a bonus to sales personnel who sold more than 100 units of a product. The if function returns one value if a condition is true and another value if it is false. Example, equals if the value in cell D2 is greater than 100, comma, in double quotation, bonus, comma. If this condition is false, assign blank. Press Enter and then drag the formula down to apply it to the other cells. 4 sales personnel sold more than 100 units, so they are receiving the bonus. Change this figure to 120 and bonus will be assigned. Let's consider a nested if function. This is an if function placed inside another if function to test multiple conditions. This allows you to evaluate more complex scenarios where you have more than two possible outcomes. Let's give a super bonus to those who sold more than 100 units, and an ordinary bonus to those who sold between 70 and 100 units. If D2 is greater than 100, comma, in quotation, super bonus, comma, then if D2 is greater than 70, comma, bonus. Put it in quotation because it is a string. If this condition is false, then we give no bonus. Close the parentheses for the inner function first, then close the parentheses for the outer function. Drag the formula down. As you can see, all those who sold 70 and below units are receiving no bonus. Let's make the work clean by replacing no bonus with blank. Now, only those receiving a super bonus or bonus are displayed. This is an example of a nested if function. Now, let's explore the nested if and functions. Nested if and functions are used together to test multiple conditions within a single formula. The and function allows you to check if all specified conditions are true. In our case, a personnel will receive a bonus if both day 1 and day 2 units sold are above 100. Equals if bracket opens and function. The first logical argument is day 1 sales greater than 100, comma, day 2 sales greater than 100. We close the bracket for the and function, comma. If these two conditions are true, then personnel will receive a bonus. If any is false, no. Close the bracket for the if function. Day 1 sales are higher than 100, but day 2 sales are lower, so the personnel receives no bonus. Only one person receives a bonus under this criteria. If we increase this figure, a bonus is assigned. Let's explore the nested if and or functions. The or function checks if any of the specified conditions are true. If any of the day's sales is more than 100, personnel receives a bonus. If bracket opens or bracket opens. First logical argument, day 1 greater than 100, comma. Second logical argument, day 2 sales greater than 100, close bracket, comma. If any of the argument is true, give bonus, comma. If none is true, no. You have noticed that in the first scenario, personnel didn't receive any bonus because one of the criteria wasn't met. However, with the nested if and or functions, a bonus is awarded. Let's drag the formula down. You can clearly see the difference. If any of the conditions is met, a bonus is assigned in the nested if and or functions. However, this is not the case for the nested if and function, where both conditions must be met. Let's return to the previous sheet and explore some other commonly used functions. First, the sum if function. It is used to add up values in a range that meet specified criteria. In this case, we want to calculate the total cost of fruits alone from the table. Equals sum if. The range is the item category column. Select all the range of cells. Comma. Criteria is fruit. Put it in quotations. Lastly, the sum range is the price column. Thus, the total cost of fruits is 170. Next is the average if function. It calculates the average of values in a range that meets specified criteria. We can calculate the average price of pastries from this table. Equals average if. The range is the item category column. Select all the range of cells. Criteria is pastry, put it in quotations. Comma. Lastly, the average range is the price column. Oops, we need a comma between the range and criteria. We have the result, 52. Another commonly used function is the COUNTA. It counts cells that meet specified criteria within a range. In this example, we want to count the number of items that fall under these categories: fruit, meat, and pastry. Let's use the COUNTA function. Equals COUNTA. Range is item category column. We have to lock the column range because we will drag the formula down. Lastly, the criteria is the value in cell K11. Drag down. 4 items are fruits, 4 meat, and 5 pastries. Let's explore the last set of commonly used functions in Excel, the lookup functions. The lookup functions are tools that search for specific values within a range of cells and return corresponding values from adjacent columns or rows. Here, we want to search from the price of these items form this table. First, the VLOOKUP. It searches for a value in the first column of a vertical table and returns a value from the same row in a specified column. Example equals VLOOKUP. The lookup value is the value for which we are searching for its price. The table array is the table that contains both the lookup value and the corresponding price we are searching for. Let's select the whole table. Let's lock the table range because we will drag the formula down to search for the prices of other items. Comma. The column number in the table from which to return the value. In our case, it is 3, thus, the price column. The VLOOKUP function counts table columns from left to right, starting from 1. We want an exact match, so we choose false. It returns a price of 50, dragged out a search for the price of the other items. Great! Let's explore the XLOOKUP. The XLOOKUP function in Excel is a versatile and powerful lookup function introduced in Excel 365. It is designed to replace older lookup functions like VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and LOOKUP, offering enhanced features and flexibility. Unlike VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP doesn't require specifying a column index number. This means the order of column arrangement doesn't restrict the XLOOKUP function. Example equals XLOOKUP. The lookup value is the value for which we are searching for its price. Lookup array, the range or array to search our item within. Navigate to Sheet 1 and select the range of cells containing the item names. Return array is the corresponding value we want to return. Here is price, so we select the column range. We can skip the "if not found" argument, it is optional. Another comma. We want exact match, so we choose 0. Close bracket and press Enter. Note, we can not just drag the formula down, we need to first lock the lookup array and return array range of cells. Use the F4 key to place the dollar signs. And we are having the same results as the VLOOKUP. Lastly, the HLOOKUP function. It searches for values similar to VLOOKUP, but in a horizontal table. Let's try an example. Let's create a horizontal table. For this example, we'll transpose the current table. Equals HLOOKUP. Lookup value is the value for which we are searching for its price. For the table array, select the entire range of the table. In this case, the horizontal table. Lock the range. Comma. The row index number is 3. HLOOKUP counts horizontal table from top to down, starting from 1. Comma. We want exact match, so false. Close the bracket and press Enter. Drag the formula down. We get the same result as the other two lookup functions. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share.